Okay, so if you're watching this video, I guess it's safe to assume that you are somewhat interested in Carvana. I was a skeptic. I wasn't really sure about all this, but what you're looking at is my van being delivered by Carvana. So yeah, I'm a customer. And this might sound like an advertisement, but I'll go ahead and tell you, the purchase did not go flawlessly. We had a couple of hiccups. But right now, I cannot possibly imagine buying another vehicle from anybody but Carvana. So hang in there and let me explain to you our experience and why, even though things didn't go perfectly, I'm a fan. So their website's pretty much like any other shopping online website. You know, you go in and tell it what you want, and you have all the filters and all that jazz. And we did that, and we found a van we liked. We researched vans first. We decided we wanted a Chrysler Town & Country, and we knew what options we wanted and all that stuff. You go online and you look at what they have to offer, and if you like one, then you go through the whole buying process. But from the get-go, let me show you or tell you what exactly is so much different about Carvana. Now, the website's nothing special. You know, it has some high points, has some low points, but the big thing is that you have a 7-day take-back guarantee. They bring your car, you don't like it, they take the stupid thing back for any reason. You don't like the color of the key fob, they take it back. And it has a 100-day, I think it's 4,189-mile warranty, 4,189-mile warranty. That's a drivetrain, air conditioner, that kind of stuff. You know, not everything, but the big stuff. That's huge. You're not going to get that anywhere else. You're not going to get that at CarMax. You're not going to get that anywhere else. Now, what you see me highlighting there are the flaws in any vehicle. They have the little blue circles and yellow triangles on the car. That 360-degree view, that's unique to Carvana. You spin the car. That's pretty cool. You click on a blue dot, and it tells you a little bit about the car. This is cool and all. That's not why you buy a car from Carvana. Mind you, you're sitting in your living room doing this. And that price you see, $19,400, that's tax, tag, and title included, people. That's huge. I mean, that's thousands of dollars for some cars. That's right at $2,000 for the car we bought. So when we compare it to the other competitors, the Carvana car is cheaper, and we didn't have to leave the house. So anyway, back to the website. You hover over the little blue dots, and it tells you what those things are, a feature or whatever. You can scroll around. I'm not really impressed with the resolution of these pictures. Now, if you watch, when I move, it gets blurry, and then when it sits still for a second, it zooms back in. The website's actually faster than this. When I'm recording this, my kids are playing video games in the background on the Wi-Fi, so it slows it down. But if you click on the blue dots, you get this little extra information. That's cool. That's cool. But guys, 7 days, 100-day, and I'm going to take it back. And the price is cheaper, tax, tag, and title included. This is something that's kind of lame. They only have 5 pictures per car. I don't get that. Like, you go to CarMax, they might have between 20 and 50, and Auto Trader, man, some of those guys put like 70 horrible pictures on there. But we actually financed. The financing was a pretty good deal. We financed half of the price of the car, paid the other half cash. And when you go through to buy the car, you sign everything online. So you know when you go to a car dealership and they sit you down in the cubicle and they say, what do we got to do to get you in this car today? Today, like, we got to sell the car today. God forbid we let you walk out of here and you feel like they're going to handcuff you to them. It doesn't happen there at Carvana. You just sit in your living room. You get tired of looking at the cars, you come back the next day. So 150-point inspection, blah, 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 no accidents. Look, if you're not doing a Carfax on any used car you buy, you're an idiot. Premium detailing, I don't know about premium. I mean, the car was very clean, but there was a couple of little things we found, but no big deal. We found a cracker and some drink splatter like under a seat almost. Experian, auto check stuff. You can, almost any website that sells cars now has a VIN number. Do a VIN number search. That's the way to do it. Free oil change, all the fluids are topped up. We even got ours with a full tank of gas. So, hey, That's a lot of money. I bought cars with an empty tank of gas. So this is CarMax, and I'm going to show you CarMax just so you can compare, see what I'm talking about. Like, this is pretty much the same car. This is actually a Touring, not a Touring L, so this is a little lower trim level than the one we're looking at. $18,000, right, for 50,000 miles? And they have a whole bunch of pictures, which is great. So you're thinking it's pretty much the same car, it's a little lower trim level, but not $1,500 worth of trim level difference. And yeah, they have a lot of pictures, but look, some of these, like that one's washed out, and it's good and all. That one's, what are they doing there? Come on, take your time. But look, 19.4, right? 18,000, $1,400 difference, but you're talking tax, tag, and title included there. The Carvana car is cheaper, and it's a higher spec car. And gosh, don't even get me started on Auto Trader. Because Auto Trader, at least CarMax, you're dealing with people who you can fairly well know are going to be honest. You're not going to have to sit down in the office and do that whole, let me get my manager, and what do we got to do to get you in this car today crap. Auto Trader, you're dealing with the local dealership, you're dealing with private citizens. And, like this one has, 7 pages of pictures. And that's good and all, but I'll never go to another dealership. This is stupid. I would never pay more money or the same money to have to put up with that process. There over to the right, second option, Vin Decoder. If you're ever buying a car, do the Vin Decoder. That's going to tell you everything about the car. You'll be able to find out if it's been wrecked, recalls, all sorts of stuff, how many times it's been owned. So going back to the actual Carvana, my personal Carvana experience, this is them actually delivering the car, which took a while to get it delivered, let me tell you. It didn't go smoothly as it should have, but we're still excited to get it. So let me explain exactly what happened. We scheduled for the car to be delivered. We tried to anyways. We were buying the car online. We haven't talked to anybody at this point. We've gone through the financing pages and all that stuff. It's very easy. I mean, you might spend 5 minutes filling out all the financing stuff. And they said, when do you want it delivered? Within 2 days, you can have it delivered. So we picked the second day out. And we tried to schedule it. It kept saying there's a problem with your delivery or something along those lines. So I called their 800 number. And this sounds like a complaint. It kind of is, but it's not. So this person answers the phone, and they speak perfectly clear English, I wasn't wondering what they were saying, or no communication problems, and the person was nice. I actually asked her a couple of times, you do know you're in the car sales business. Why are you so nice? Why aren't you vaguely insulting me? And I'm not talking like Walt Disney World, I've been lobotomized and I'm always in character nice. She was generally nice and concerned about wanting to get the problem solved, and she figured out what the issue was. We had taken some minutes between when we had clicked the time window and when we went to finalize the sale. My wife and I just talked or whatever, and that window closed, so we had to pick a later window. We picked the next day. So that was just the first hiccup. The big hiccup came, I had taken the day off work so I could get the car delivered, and then the night before we get a call from Carvana saying, hey, we test drove your car and a heater hose broke. So we can't make the delivery because it's got to be repaired and then re-detailed, and long story short, we had to reschedule again. Now, we rescheduled for a week out almost, and that just happened to be the same day as the Georgia solar eclipse 2017. So that was all fine. Well, we scheduled for noon, and the third delivery hiccup happens. She calls. This is Shakira. Shakira is awesome. Props to Shakira. She's a great representative of the company. She calls and she says, look, they haven't gotten the car to our local location yet. And she told me where they were. And she's like, I want to get you the car today, but I don't know, I'm trying to schedule everything. Anyway, she asked if we could do a later time of the day, like at 3 or 4 o'clock. And I said, no, we're going to be up in the mountains. We have something we need to be doing. We're going to go see the eclipse. And she's like, oh, can I bring it to you up there? So she's going to drive 2 hours north out of her normal delivery radius to get the car to us because she knows we have had a couple of issues. That's amazing. Who does that? CarMax isn't going to do that. Billy Bob Ford ain't going to do that. But long story short, it worked out better for her and for us, for her to deliver it to the house a couple of hours later. So after the eclipse, which was incredible, here she is pulling up to the house with our van on the back of her little Carvana truck. And I've edited the video so that you're not waiting through the whole thing, but she literally, okay, the paperwork you sign online, you can literally do that in 5 minutes. If you have your act together, you know your social security number and that kind of stuff, you can literally do that paperwork, those signing online in like 5 minutes. And I'm a southerner, so I run my mouth, as if you can tell. So if I hadn't been running my mouth, she would have delivered the car and been gone. From the moment she would have rung the doorbell to the moment she would have left would have been maybe 5 minutes. But we go out there and we meet her and we're interrupting her and we're being obnoxious and my kid's excited and I'm excited. And I kept interrupting her and she was, we were chatting back and forth. She wasn't in any big hurry. So, but long story short, 17 minutes. From the moment she gets out of her truck to the moment she turns to walk away to leave after all the paperwork signed and I have the keys, 17 minutes. Now, compare that to the last time you went to a used car dealership or a new car dealership or even to go buy furniture. Like, this is easier than any of that. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's like, it's paradigm shifting here. I don't have enough to say about it, even though like things didn't go flawlessly for us. Like, what car dealership's going to say, hey, before you buy the car, let us test drive it. Oh, look, something broke. Before you take it home, let us fix it and detail it again. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And that's what happened with Carvana. But since we're not at their site or whatever, it was a little more complicated. But I was totally impressed. So yeah, she backs the car off the truck, drives it in the driveway, and I'm all giddy excited because the van we had before this was a complete nightmare. So we have high hopes for this one. She pulls the car in. She runs back to the van to get her smartphone because she needs to take a picture of my proof of insurance. We signed the paperwork on the hood of the van in my driveway. She gives me the keys, and she's ready to go. And that's 17 minutes. And it could have been, like I said, it could have been a lot less than that. She actually had never seen a minivan that has all these features that this one does. This one has like the swivel, like Chrysler called it the swivel and go seats. So the middle seats can face backwards. So, and it has a picnic table in the back, has 3 movie screens, power doors and all that stuff. She'd never seen all that. So she actually, and I'm running my mouth. So she actually, after she turned to walk away, she stayed to check out the car and take a tour with me. But along with the van, we got, they give us a Tervis cup, a keychain, a Carvana trucker's hat, a $10 fuel card, referral card, so that if anybody wants to buy a car from Carvana, they can use our code or whatever, and they get, I think, $500 off, and we get a $100 referral. So maybe I need to put that in the video. Get $500 off your car. Use my code. And the car's topped off with fuel. It's detailed. Save for a little bit of drink splatter under a seat and like on the plastic, not the carpet. A cracker. Oh, and they'd waxed the car, and the back of the tailgate had a lot of wax buildup. I don't know what that's from. That's weird. Like a hot wax, but that's better than you're going to get at any dealership. So that's us signing the paperwork on the dash of the car and me running my mouth. And in a minute, you'll see my neighbor come over, and she wants to check out the car too. And I give Shakira a tour, and that's it. We've had the car now for a week and a day, and it's beautiful. It has more features than we even thought it did, which is my fault. Look at that boy caressing that car. He's in love too. So I don't mean to sound like a commercial, but man, this easiest car purchasing experience of my life. Here Shakira's done, and me scratching mosquitoes because Georgia. She's about to head out. I'm her last delivery for the day, but Shakira doesn't have kids, so when she sees this, she's probably never been in a minivan. At least not one as silly as this thing is. I've never been in one as silly as this thing is. This is everything. There's my neighbor. So yeah, next time you go car shopping, if you need to go to a dealership to look at the cars, decide which make and model you want, that's what we did. Like I said, we decided the Honda and the Toyota weren't for us. The Nissan and the Kia are... The Kia, I'll never own a Kia again, probably. And the Nissan, the back is horrendous. If you love your kids, you don't have a Nissan. That's a joke. I'm kidding. But the back seats, actually, in the last week, I've spent more time in the back seat of this thing than I have the front, because the back is like in first class in an airplane. It's phenomenal. And so we check it out. I'm in love. They're in love. I've driven it now for a little over a week. My wife loves it. I love it. We did not obviously take the 7-day take-back guarantee. And I can't imagine I'm going to buy another car from a dealership. And regarding the Kia, if you're wondering why I didn't like the Kia, I've replaced every door handle on that car, save for one. And the morning this car arrived, the last unbroken door handle broke off in my hand. It leaks oil. Every rubber bushing's fallen off the thing. And the suspension. All the rubber bushings have fallen off, literally rotted and fallen off. It's just a joke. So getting this Chrysler, just like... Oh, and look, has the table, has the headphones, key fob, everything. Go Carvana, go. We love it.